There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends I still recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all.
I think a little village school gives you a really good start in life. I think it gives you, that sort of family spirit, community spirit. It gives you, without going overboard, a really good moral code that goes with you, I believe, for the rest of your life. It gives you those values that I think you can only get within a local community.
Solva's a vibrant and unique community. There's a lot of community organisations. There's always something going on in the village, whether it's in the season with regattas or the Scarecrow Trail or things to incorporate tourism. In the wintertime, there's always a lot of events going on with SADs, the football teams, rowing training, sailing training. There's always something to do in Solva. There's always events on all around the village for ages 3 to 103. There's a community group for everyone.
The school takes a lot of, is involved in a lot of activities. For example, they come here to the coffee morning at Christmas. We have carol songs and it's really lovely for the older people. They're very involved with the Zion Chapel at harvest festivals. And my concern is we'll just lose that vitality.
I think it's part of the continuum that goes on from birth to death. Yeah. As you go to school, to Solva School, there's an expectancy that you will follow that route.
Yeah.
And it really pins you into the community. It fixes you to the community.
Yeah.
And we've all been through that singularity, that single experience of Solva School.
Yeah.
And that's so important in forming an identity and feeling you have towards yourself. Because place and experience in your young life informs how you are later on.
I'm here today to pick up my grandson, who's nearly 4. He's here 2 hours every afternoon. In January he's starting full time. He'll be the 4th generation of my family to come to this school. My family have been in this area it's been traced back 800 years. And we are a truly local family.
It is the heart of the community. It's easy for kids to walk to. It's a big thing when they get to a certain age and they can walk to school by themselves without your mum ruining your life. It's big, isn't it? It's really big.
People with young families won't come to live in Solva because there's no school. That will mean that not only will we not have children in the community, we won't have the young parents, and the young parents are the ones who train the sailing group, they train the rowing group, they row themselves. One of the regattas has been going for 120 years.
I can think of 4 families that moved to the area with children the same age as mine, and those are families that have given a huge amount back to Solva. We would have lost people that were governors, sports coaches, people that were involved in youth group. All of that we might not have had. They might have gone elsewhere. If the school closed in Solva, all of the business would suffer. It would definitely be detrimental to us in the long term, because although we all rely on tourism, the reason the tourists come to us is because Solva is a working village, living, breathing. It's not a retirement place.
Pembrokeshire County Council is proposing to close our school, which would mean that our children would no longer be educated in our community.
I feel the consultation for the closure of the school doesn't reflect what is actually going on at the school at the moment. The good work that is being done by the staff and the high standards that are being achieved by the pupils there. The quality of the building, it's an old building, but it is of sound construction and it is very high quality. All of the internal displays are absolutely excellent and provide a fantastic learning environment for those children.
The building being in a bad way of state, shall we put it, when there's not even been a survey carried out since 2009, I think it is, How you can put that school is in a bad way when there's no survey is just...
Where is the evidence that this school is in poor condition and not suitable for purpose?
What I don't get about the proposal that they've done is they're trying to close Solva School, which is at capacity.
This school is full. There are no surplus places for certain areas, certain levels in the school. You can't get in. People are bringing their kids from other areas to this school because it is such a good school. You don't close an asset like that.
The school is oversubscribed in some years, and there are some years where children from out of catchment can't get into the school despite them wanting to come from out of catchment to attend that school because of the high standards, because of the quality environment, and because of the just general feeling of Solva School. It's an all-round good school. The children are happy. That's more than enough for me.
Back to Solva, one because the property came up that we could afford, but the main reason for doing it was asking the kids, do you want to move back to Solva? Do you want to be closer to your friends at school? Yeah, we do. We want to be able to just pop round to their house and this, that and the other. So we moved back for Solva School.
As for performance and attendance, it's got one of the best attendance records in the area.
It's got the best academic grades out of all the schools, the cluster schools in the area.
We really don't want the school to close. I mean, as parents, we get to walk up here every day, hand in hand with our child and our children. Yes, it's very romantic and idealistic, but it's more than that. It's the educational impacts that come along with these positive relationships that we can build individually with all of the children's teachers, the staff that work in the school, the first line communication that we have with our school. No matter what technology they come up with, it cannot substitute those relationships.
If the school is moved to one big school in St David's or wherever they decide to put it, what about the children from here who walk to school? How are they going to get transported back and forth to St David's? It's all right for the families that have cars. What about the families that don't have cars?
If I was 7 and I had to take the bus, I would not be confident at all. I always feel like I'd be on the wrong bus.
And for us to be told, we'll put taxis on. Hello? That's a heck of a lot of taxis. Who's going to foot the bill for this? Is closing the school a money-saving issue? If so, are we going to rob Peter to pay Paul? Is the left hand knowing what the right hand's doing? It doesn't come across as a sensible solution. We need this school to stay open. Extracurricular activities after school, things like this, has a lot of thought gone into it? I don't think so.
If they were to close Solva School, my choices are, well, Close Gorch, the Welsh medium school, St David, which is a faith school. I don't want to be sending my children there for various reasons. My closest school would be Roach, which is a community school, but it's full. What do I do with my children?
We've got no choice really. We either have to go to faith school, which we don't want Welsh medium, and the only other option would be Roach, which is the other side of Newgale, which is full. If the Newgale is shut because of bad weather or snow or anything like that, we won't be able to get there.
The proposal from Pembrokeshire County Council is to close an undeniably successful, caring, structurally sound and oversubscribed school, which is deeply rooted in and profoundly loved by its local community.
Small schools such as Ysgol Solva are assets and not liabilities, and they are a key factor in sustaining rural life.
Dear elected councillors, there is no cause or justification for closing Solva School.
Places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. better, some have gone and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still recall, some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all.
For more information or to get involved, visit www.savesolvaschool.co.uk.